She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her.
You guys, I cannot tell you, I cannot even begin to tell you what kind of day we had. You saw the beginning of this vlog. The sun was shining, it was noon, we were going to the airport. I am quickly going to change into pajamas and explain why it is now midnight Eastern Standard Time and I am just now arriving here. I am so exhausted, but I need to do a hotel tour because this is stunning and I just looked at the view outside and I want to see if I can get it in the nighttime on this camera without like reflecting back on the camera. So really quick, I'm going to change. All right, it is a little bit later. I do have pajamas on, I've unpacked a little bit, and in opening this closet, I discovered that there were robes and I immediately put one on. Let me know if you do this, but if I'm staying in a hotel more than 2 nights and they have really nice amenities and a dresser, I unpack my stuff. Do you guys? Let me know. But what I want to do is give you a really quick room tour and then I will do a little story time over here and we will get to bed because it is very late and tomorrow is day 1 of the TpT conference. I'm staying at the JW Marriott. That is where the conference is being hosted. So we did get a really nice room rate here for the next 3 or 4 days. I'm personally staying 3, but let me just show you guys around. So this was the door you saw me come in that clip. I have already gone ahead and unpacked, so you will see my belongings throughout this tour. And of course, like I mentioned, I am already in my robe. I will probably be living in this anytime we are in the hotel, which is not very often during this conference. We are really out and about. We have happy hours, socializing, networking events. So anytime that I can be here in this robe, I am absolutely going to do that. But coming in, you can see we have a closet. And like I mentioned, I went ahead and unpacked my things. I love the light, and there is another robe, so there's a good chance I'll be checking out that one as well. To the right of the closet is the Keurig, the wet bar. There is a fully stocked fridge down there with drinks, beer, wine, soda. I personally will not be using that just because if I'm gonna go out and have a drink, I will do it with other people and network. The things up top were free, so the water bottle, the Keurig is free, and then they do have a menu. And then if we go straight, you can see the main bedroom area. I love this artwork here. It looks just like a bunch of records on a big shelf. We've got a flat screen TV. And right now I do have this closed because I did change in here, but I'm sure tomorrow I will get a shot of me opening this huge curtain. It is so beautiful. I will put a shot from my Instagram stories of what it looks like right now, and then I'll probably start the next day of this vlog opening this up and getting ready for the conference. Here is the room, very nicely laid out. And then if we circle back over here, what I was most impressed with was, first of all, this sliding barn door that opens up into the bathroom. So here is my really beautiful bathroom. What I like the most is, first of all, this really, really nice window. I like the tiling of the shower, and then the toilet's off to its own little like water closet. And then this mirror, as if this wasn't beautiful enough. What I love the most about it is there's a button over here and it says nightlight. Oh, down here, there we go. There's a button right here that says nightlight. And when I click nightlight, everything else goes off and just this remains. This is so nice. This is actually what I got ready for bed with. I just put on some like calming soothing music because it has been a long day, like we'll talk about in just a second. But this is how I got ready for bed, took off my makeup, glasses, brushed my teeth, all of that, just with some nice, calm lighting. There is a man outside singing Ring of Fire. And I have a feeling we're gonna hear that song a lot over the next few days, and I'm not mad about it. Not mad about it at all. Anyway, I wanted to conclude night one, getting to Nashville, with what on earth happened today. So like I mentioned, you saw in the vlog, we got ready, got to the airport, had some lunch, grabbed some coffee, everything was going great. I edited last week's vlog, and we were set to board the flight at 1:50 for a 2:20 takeoff. But we got delayed, and then we got delayed. And then after 2 delays, we got fully canceled, and Southwest actually just shot me like 4 minutes after they told us that flight's canceled, everybody come up to the desk. I got a text and an update on the Southwest app that said, hey, you can no longer be on that flight because it's canceled. We're gonna put you on a 9:25 flight straight to Nashville. My other flight was direct as well, but got to the airport at 12:30 for the 2:20 flight, and then ended up finally boarding the plane. We were a little bit delayed because as soon as we got on the airplane in Columbus, Ohio, lightning was striking near the airport, and they delayed us 20 minutes for every strike of lightning. But either way, through delays, cancellations, rebooking, lightning delays, we are here, and I could not be any more excited. I did not know what to expect. Anyway, I am so incredibly tired. I never sleep well the night before travel, so I got a horrible night of sleep last night, and then was at the airport many more hours than I wanted to be. So I'm going to climb into this wonderful looking bed, get some sleep, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is day one of the Teachers Pay Teachers Conference. I got ready this morning. I went down, got registered, got my little swag bag, and went to my first 2 sessions of the conference. We are currently on a break, so I thought I would come up, just give a little update. We had such a lovely provided breakfast. If you're somebody that wants to know all that's included in your conference ticket, which for me was $199, so $200 for the early bird special, that includes 3 days of the conference. Now that does not include like our hotel stay. We do get a reduced room rate here at the JW Marriott, but your conference ticket does include access to the sessions, the networking, but also continental breakfast every single morning, and it is nice. It's got a good spread of like pastries and bagels, and I had a wonderful granola parfait with like honey and nuts and fruit on top. They had eggs. They have basically a nice breakfast spread. They also give you, I'll give you a little tour of my swag bag in a second, you get drink tickets to the networking events. So right there you have breakfast every morning of the conference, and if you are not planning on doing an excessive amount of drinking at the networking events, your drink there is also covered. You also get this fun little swag bag. I'm gonna open it here with you guys. We got, first and foremost, our TpT moleskin, which I love. It's very similar to the one we got last year in California that I brought to take my notes on. I went down this morning, and my plan was to just register and then go down the street and grab a coffee. I ended up seeing people I knew, and I stayed through the entire keynote, so I did not come back up and grab my laptop or my agenda or my stationery. So I did do my sessions, and I just started my moleskin early. We also have, our conference guide that tells us where all the rooms are, who's presenting, our keynote speakers, and basically our entire schedules in here. We have our 2025 TpT Forward t-shirt. which has a nice little guitar pick, TpT 2025 Nashville, name badges. I took mine off to walk down the street, postcard, a pen, drink ticket, and we have some stickers, which I will definitely put one in my planner. And then if you've noticed in the vlogs, my little cork board above my wall calendar just becomes like a junk cork board, and I'm gonna put one of my stickers there as well. But I've got a little bit of time before lunch. The group of teachers that I've been friends with for the last 2 years, thank goodness, one of them already explored Nashville because their flight was not delayed, and she insisted and already scheduled us an Uber. It's gonna pick us up in about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to kind of lay, reflect, recharge for 10, and then meet friends down in the lobby, and we are going to, actually, I don't know where we're going. I'll share after where we're going, because my friend just made the Uber ride and said, we have to try this place out, and she already explored Broadway, so I am very, very excited.
Take me home to the place I belong, country road.
And we're going to teach y'all a few dances. So come on out, let's get started. And breathe. Get ready for some quick feet.
So that guitar player you just saw in that last clip was the same exact guy we randomly saw at lunch. And in this next clip, we find out that he indeed did read our Google review.
Me, and it says, lunch was great. Music was good. I showed that to everybody. I'm like, I was just good. The lunch was great, but the music, it was good.
Good morning, happy Wednesday from sunny, bright, and humid Nashville. I decided I'm actually going to skip the first morning session and go walk downtown. I found a really cute coffee shop. I'm going to take my camera along with me, and I just want some downtime. Yesterday was so much fun. We had our sessions, we went out to lunch, we met a guitar player, like a solo singing guitar player guy at lunch, and then at dinner we went to Miranda Lambert's restaurant. We were just walking up and down Broadway. We got ice cream. The fun thing is you can just walk into any bar and listen to the band. There was a band in every single bar. And the very last stop we went to, one of my friends said, oh, there's this great bar. I was here years ago. Let's go check it out. The same guitar player from lunch was at this one. And he remembered us. We walked in, I kid you not, we walked in and he goes, oh, there's Kristen and friends. And I was like, oh, okay, great. He played, what did he play for me? He played Brown Eyed Girl. And all in all, it was a wonderful night. Got home here to this lovely hotel room called Christopher. We watched the little YouTube series that we were watching together at the same time. So I had it on here and he had it on at home, and went to sleep, woke up, let my body sleep in. If I have any other time and the weather holds out, which fingers crossed because it was supposed to rain all week and it has not yet, thank goodness, I would love to go walk the waterfront. But those things I want to do in the daytime, because nighttime, not that it's like sketchy, it's just really, really crowded, and I feel better doing these things in the daytime. So I'm off. I will see you guys at the coffee shop.
Hanging on to hope and holding on to a dream, wishing for the kind of love you see in magazines. The illusion falls and nothing's what it seems to be. The part left is hurting deep inside of me. Heard a whisper, someone saw you at the bar. Was it the same night you had trouble with your car?
It is now much, much later, but I'm happy to report that I got to do everything I wanted to. Last time we spoke here in the hotel, got that coffee, had a breakfast burrito this morning, walked the waterfront, just had a nice quiet introduction to different parts of Nashville, which is so nice to see in the daytime as well. I know I got to see all the bands at night, but during the day, it is so nice. Everybody is really, really kind. The hospitality here in Tennessee is wonderful. But after having a full day of coffee, I walked by the Tennessee Titans Stadium, the waterfront. Everything was so nice. Got back to the conference, did sessions, had lunch, finished afternoon sessions, and then we went to dinner at Dolly Parton's restaurant. And then when that was done, I asked my teacher friends if they wanted to try something a little bit different, and we went and tried a speakeasy in an old, London style phone booth. It just looked like a random phone booth on an abandoned street with no real estate. And when you entered your number in a rotary phone, the door opened behind it and you got to go in. I'll put some clips here as well. We got some after dinner drinks, hung out. It was really nice. And then we are back here in the hotel. I'm actually going to pack up my stuff now because tomorrow it's an 11 a.m. checkout, but I'm actually going to go. There are these beautiful murals here in Nashville. I'll have to look up where they are in my Google Maps. I want to go and get some photos of that before the closing remarks, and then it's right back to the airport and going home. This was a quick 72 hours in Nashville, but I thought, what better thing to do than go explore other parts of the city, see the murals. And one of the murals, you stand in front of it and it's got these beautiful white wings on the painting behind you. I'm probably explaining this horribly. Here's a photo to explain what I'm talking about, but it just looks so cool and I want to check it out. So I'm going to do that, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, you guys. Happy Thursday. As you can see, I'm packing things up. It is currently 9 o'clock in the morning. Our checkout time is 11. Our final remarks are 11:30. So I'm actually going to go take my little onesie, the tripod this camera's on, and one of my favorite things to do is to just go pick a spot downtown and just take photos. I'll show you guys my little trick of the trade. My iPhone can fit on that tripod, and then I have this little clicker, and if I hold it and I click, it will take a photo. So I can be back here, I can pose, do whatever, and I can click. If you ever notice a photo on my Instagram and you can't see my hands, or if I'm holding something, there's a very, very good chance I'm holding this little $8 clicker from Amazon. If you guys want to check this one out, I'll link it down below with the tripod as well. They're both very cheap Amazon basics, but it makes the ability to take your own photograph so much easier. I did this last year in San Diego, so I'll put some here if you want to check those out. Notice you can't see my hands in some of those pictures. But I'm gonna go get some shots, come back up, pack things up. I'm gonna have the front desk hold my bag for a few hours so I can finish the conference. And then I made a friend who's gonna drive me to the airport. So shout out to networking. I will see you guys in a little bit. Happy Thursday. All right, we are back. We got some really good photos. This hair, I don't know if you can see it. it is quite frizzy because it is quite humid outside. So I'm back. I'm going to charge my electronics. I have to be out of this hotel room in 20 minutes. So I'm going to quickly go double, triple check everything here in the bathroom, make sure I have everything in my bag out of the closets, and then I'm gonna go check out, and then I'm gonna have them hold my bag for 2 to 3 hours until I head to the airport. But all in all, good start to, I almost said Wednesday, good start to Thursday. Gonna go to the ending keynote of the sessions and then go get some lunch because I am operating on a really good salted caramel latte this morning. Yep, that is exactly what I got. Hopefully those pictures turned out well. It's always tricky because it's me with a tripod and a clicker. So it's always like, here's my best guess. And there are a lot of other women there that had like their husbands taking pictures. And I was like, oh, that must be so nice. And this other lady was like, do you not have a husband, ma'am? That's so sad. And I said I did, but I left him at home. I don't know if she thought that was funny, but anyway, 20 minutes. Gonna get out of here. Will absolutely miss this robe and this bathroom. Husband was asking me out of all 3 TpT conferences, which had the best hotel. And I think it was very, very close. I think this one takes first place. Close second was San Diego, and Boston came in third. So any guesses where the conference will be next year? Put your guess in my comments. I've been hearing rumors about Salt Lake City, but I don't know a thing. So I'll catch up with you guys in a few minutes. Let's pack up this hotel room.
She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing.